I'm so pleased to see everybody here to support us today. I want to say good morning and welcome. I am Kim Freeland, and I have the privilege of being the first principal at this beautiful new school, Leading Creek Elementary. It is a unique school, being the first inter-county school in West Virginia, and I look forward to bringing the communities of Allen Bridge and Troy together. While they will retain their own uniqueness, we hope to build a new school family here that will benefit both communities. Things have come together in the past couple of weeks. We have a few things left to complete outside. The landscaper will be here soon to plant some trees. The playground, which is very important to a lot of little faces out there, I know. The playground will be installed beginning on Wednesday. We'll finish the baseball field, which is located at the left end building down here, and the soccer field in the back. And then we'll have lots of room for our kids to run and play and exercise and have fun. As you'll see when you tour the building, the inside is pretty much complete. We still have a few technology pieces to install and a few fix-ups to do here and there. The staff has been working hard the past few weeks, but we're confident that we'll be ready to begin in less than 2 weeks when our kids come for their first day of proceed outside, and the first flag is going to be dedicated and also a memorial to a special community member. Then we'll cut the ribbon and you can tour the facility. There will be staff members throughout the facility to answer any questions. And then we hope you'll stay and enjoy cookies and drinks provided by McDonald's. And I also want to thank the Midway Fire Department for coming out today to help direct traffic and keep us all safe as we're coming and going today. So our first speaker is, he may be the only member of the group who began this project who stayed to see it complete. I'm not sure, but I think so. And when I asked Dr. Mace if he wanted to speak, he said he would like to give a brief speech. And I think I chuckled a little bit. I may have laughed out loud. I've never had a conversation with Dr. Mace that was brief. He's a storyteller. No, he's a storyteller. That's a great skill to have. So he assured me he would be brief. So please welcome Dr. Joseph Mace, Superintendent of Lewis County Schools.
First, let me thank everyone for coming today. That was done intensely. I was already supposed to be up here, and the pipeline held people up. It was supposed to give me the cue to stop talking. I was given 5 minutes, and it was right on time, but Kim was still speaking. So it was, Kim, it was intended for me. Governor Capron said that he never used notes, and I found his notes outside the board when he came to dedicate our high school. And so I can say on past, but I've never done this. This is the first. I'm not wearing glasses, but in memory of one of my professors at George Washington University, he said, there'll be a day when you give your last. Past is prologue, National Archives, history repeats itself. And for Dr. Blake Root, today's a wonderful day. Dr. Daniel Noda, Hawaiian Islands, he said, like, this day is beautiful for me, one of the finest people I've ever met. For those two special people in my life, thank you. A little child went forth and became a part of all he encountered, and I was one of those little kids that went forth and was never supposed to even graduate, but made it. I was in a Chesapeake, and this is my 3 minutes. I saw an eagle come across the Chesapeake Bay a couple weeks ago, and I remember one of my dear friends, and we fished together. And it said Charles County, Maryland, second largest population of eagles in the eastern United States. And I saw one land in a tree over 100 feet high. A couple little fledglings come up, and I thought about April 25th in Gilmer County. They chose a name. for a mascot, the Eagles. And I thought about the American Eagle, and what a great name to have out here. And then Leading Creek School, a good friend of mine, Don Cook, just passed away. Buck and I used to fish with him. Leading Creek starts in Lewis and it flows through Gilmer. It's, as Dr. Simmons said, is probably the cleanest stream in West Virginia, according to DNR. So it's Leading Creek, leading the way to success. I got a phone call, the only phone call I received from my son in Iraq, and he said, "Dad, who is Damon West?" I received my second package, and I said, "Son, he's a fine Gilmer County man, and he came in the courthouse. He looks up there to see what soldiers are serving in Iraq, and he sends packages to him, and he doesn't even know them." And he said, "Well, we shared with the troops today, and I just wanted to know who he was." And I said, "He's one of the finest people. When you come back, I want you to meet Damon West from Gilmer County." Gilmer County has some of the finest people in the world, and Lewis County too. I mean, some of the greatest people I've ever known from both counties, and most of the staff at Allen Bridge is Gilmer County, and our new principal is from Gilmer County. And thank you for that. I knew that was something was going to happen today. But Damon West was on the program. We've done something special for him. He was special with all veterans. The last phone call, and this is my third thing. A. James Manson called and he said, "I'm bringing the flag to give the great people of Walkersville, West Virginia. Will you introduce me?" And if you've never met A. James Manson, he's more than an orator. He could speak to anybody at any time about anything and make people feel good. He talked about the Purple Mountain, majestic mountains, and the Babbling Brooks, and I got to hand him the state flag that he presented to people of Walkersville when we had a dedication. He came several times to Lewis County. A. James Manson was more than my Secretary of State, he was my friend. When I went in Allen Bridge School, there's no students there now, there's a little nostalgia. There was something there that I picked up. I didn't steal it. I took it, and I thought, this day will come. So the third thing, A. James Manson's son, Mark Manson, he was executive director of the West Virginia School Building Authority. He, Mark Manson, there's so many people here I could thank today. You know, the clerk of the works and the architect and the people who owned this land phase before we got it. Klein Somerville's not here. He stood over here one day 18, 20 years ago. Ron, I think, was in Calhoun Inn. He said, "This would be a great place for a school." And it happens this school is in Gilmer and Lewis County. But back on task, and I have 30 seconds. This American flag had a home in Allen Bridge. And what it says in here, and this is years ago, presented to Allen Bridge School by A. James Manson. So, Mark, your father brought this when he was Secretary of State at Allen Bridge School, and it's special. So on behalf of Lewis County citizens and Gilmer County great people and the school system, for what you've done and helped accomplish here for the little kids. And they're who it's really about, the children. There'll be unloading coming here when I'm gone, I know that. My time is brief now. But A. James Manson gave this flag down Ridge School, and the superintendent of schools is going to have a room with Dr. Mark Manson.
No. Well, actually, I think that was intended for me. I've had that happen before. As Dad would say, and as I was sitting there, and many a time he came, I guess the appropriate, how he would speak if you ever heard him. Oh, those West Virginia hills, how majestic and how grand. with their summits bathed in glory. Like the Prince of Emmanuel. Is there any wonder then that my heart with rapture thrilled as I stand along with love among those Gilmer and Lewis County hills? And Joe, thank you, and my buddy Gaby Devano for what they've done. I do want to recognize very quickly, and I'm not going to speak long. I actually have to be in Clarksburg at 12 o'clock noon for a family day we're having, but I wanted to be here today, especially with Joe and so many people who made this day possible. It is truly a great day to fly with the Eagles. And that's why I come here today. I bring my dear, dear friend, Mr. Victor Lee Gabriel, who is on the School Building Authority, who has been instrumental in helping schools all over the state of West Virginia, and he wanted to be with us today. So give a big hand. If I may, let me give you a quick genesis of how we're sitting here today. And what I wanted to do, what we wanted to do, was to build a school. And this is the way of the future. To build a school between two counties. To blur the line. West Virginia, and what makes West Virginia so great, is that we're a very rural state. So sometimes it might be, there may be a school in one county and a school in another county, and they're both aging. It might be best to bring both schools together. So I called up Joe Mace. And I called up Ron Blankenship, who was superintendent of Gilmer County at the time. I said, how would you guys like to get about $9 or $10 million? They said, absolutely. I said, you want to know what we're going to ask of you? He said, no, I just want your money. I said, how about we build a school? And how about we build that school somewhere, and, you know, I know the problems you've had with Troy, and I went over to Allen Bridge. How about we build a school and we put it somewhere in either county, but build it for both counties. So lo and behold, I get a call back and said, how would you like to build it? Right on the county line. So I drove out here. I can still remember driving out here. I said, where's the county line? And Ted Schreiber, right? He said, it's right there. Right. So where is the county line? Right here? Is it over here somewhere? Well, if it isn't, I'm going to say it is. Ted, did we take out the little thing at the marker?
It's out there.
Oh, is it?
There's a circle and it
Madam Principal, I appreciate the way you handled your superintendent. I get that back in Harrison County all the time. But anyhow, I said, and where are we going to put that school? He says, well, we can put it right here or right here. I said, how about we put it right there? I want to go smack dab through the middle of that school. So we start talking about it. We talked to the School Building Authority, and that is the way of the future. And so we were able, working, and I want to commend Joe Mace, and I want to commend Ron Blankenship at the time, and both boards of education who were very helpful, and of course Gabe Devano now, who is a superintendent of Gilmer County, for all working together, getting the memorandum of understandings, because we didn't know exactly how to do it. And Madam Principal, we still may not know how to do it, but we're getting it right. We'll get it right. But we were so excited about building this school. This is the first in the state. So you've sent a message all over the state of West Virginia that we can come together. Two counties can come together. We can blur the lines between county lines for the best of the students of West Virginia. I used to hear when I was a kid, and this is, sometimes I don't know why I start going like this. My hands. But Dad used to say the great works, and I heard it so many times, the great works that benefit humanity are not accomplished by one man or one woman or one generation. One plants that the other may gather. One lays the foundation that the other may build the edifice. And thus, there is a continuity of labor and love for all generations. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we come here to Leading Creek to lay that foundation, to plant that seed for future Gilmer Countyans and Lewis Countyans, that someday they may be able to attain the dreams that they've always wanted. So we come here today in that spirit. And I thank you for all coming here today. I thank you, Dr. Mason, for this flag. It means a lot to me. It touches my heart. We traveled all over the state of West Virginia, and Dad gave flags everywhere. He genuinely loved people, and I'd like to think he instilled that into me and my family. So thank you. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, on a beautiful school. Congratulations on a job well done. Thank you all. And this is Dave Devon, and I'm supposed to introduce him, I guess. But Davey and I have been friends for many, many years. Superintendent of Gilmer County now, and working very closely. And I'm going to introduce him because I'm supposed to. Right? He's worked hard. He's made this thing come together. So, all right, Gabe, it's yours.
Also like to echo Dr. Mason and welcome each one of you all here today. It's a great honor to have a school like this. The gentleman that just spoke, it's hard to follow his speech and how he can talk a lot and say very little. He can.
He can do it. He can talk a little bit and not say anything too.
When I first came back and he was coming into Harrison County, I went to an eye doctor to see him, and he asked me if I knew Mark Manchin, and I just came all around a little bit. He says he claims he's your cousin. I said, well, it really amounts to he's not my cousin, but Joe is, because Joe can do more for me than he can. So when he became school building authority, I started claiming him because he had money. Now he's in Harrison County, I don't claim him. But he said, is there something wrong with him? And I thought, well, you got an hour, hour and a half, I can tell you this. But the eye doctor said, well, you come in here one day, and he said he couldn't see, so I told him, stand on this line and read the chart at the end of the table. He said, okay. He said, now put your right hand over your right eye. He goes like this. He said, I shake my head. He said, let's try it again. Put your right hand over your left eye. He goes like this again. So he says, he comes back, and he said, I went out and got this paper bag, put it over top of his head, cut 2 little circles out, lift the tab up, and a tear was coming out of his eye. Lift the other tab up, another little tear was coming out of his eye. He said, I pulled the sack over top of his head, and he said, what's the problem? He said, Doc, I have my heart set on wire wings. But again, also, I'd like to introduce our board member, board president, Bill Simmons. Thank you for coming. Our board person is Tom Ratliff there. Also, Delegate Boggs and Delegate Henshaw, thank them for providing all the advice that they've given me during this last year or so. They both would like to send their congratulations because they had family business and could not make it today. But this is a great opportunity for our kids, and thank you again. Appreciate it. Delegate Peggy Smith, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Thank you. Is there any other delegates or senators? Thank you.
Our last speaker has a presentation on behalf of the Weston Post number 4 of the American Legion. And when Dan Gum called and offered to be a part of our ceremony, I was very pleased because I have a soft spot for veterans. I think they deserve our utmost respect. They're our most honorable citizens. And so I was very, very pleased when he said he wanted to present us with a flag and a special dedication to an important member of our community. So he's here today with some other members of the American Legion. So please welcome Mr. Dan Gum.
I'm not used to all this technology. I taught for 32 years and never had anything close to a beautiful school like this. You should be so proud. I first of all like to say to board members, superintendents of schools, principals, teachers, special guests, ladies and gentlemen, and especially to you students out there, that I'd like to welcome you to the home of the Golden Eagles. On behalf of my fellow Legionnaires, and I'd like you to stand up if you would, and I'd like for all the veterans in the crowd to stand up if you would. Please stand. Fellow Legionnaires, any veterans? are a lot of people here that we have to thank for that. We have provided, the Post has provided flags for all the classrooms. And we also are providing flags from now on. I told her, as long as I'm living, they'll have a flag to fly at the school. Also, we have a special presentation. There's a plaque at the base of the flagpole in honor of all veterans, and also especially for Damon West, who was a fellow Legionnaire for 60 plus years, a teacher in Gilmer County at Troy and also at the high school for 45 plus years. And we wanted to honor all veterans at the flagpole and also especially Damon West. And I think Damon's wife is here and I know the daughter is here. Would you please stand wherever you are? I'd like to recognize you. I was fortunate to take part in some of Damon's flag carrying at the Folk Festival. I'd never done it before, and after I did it the first time, I was so moved by his patriotism, his belief in Americanism. And that's what the American Legion wants to do as far as helping the children, the Golden Eagles in the school, is help to, in my belief, this is the only place where democracy truly is shown, is in the schools. So without further ado, I'll turn this back to the principal and she can direct us where we're going to go.
While they're doing that, I have 4 board members here today, and I should have introduced them. Paul Rico, Chuck Rose, Devin Campbell. The man that stood out here, 20-degree weather on that hill over here, that went to every school site, and slipped and fell in cow poop, and slid down the hill. My friend and the past president of the Lewis County Board of Education, my very dear friend, Klein Craig, back here. You were Dr. Simmons to me when I was a student, before I learned to fly. And you're still Dr. Simmons, but you're Bill and his lovely wife. He's Gilmer County. He was president of Glenville State College, professor at Glenville State College. I had English. He taught me pretty well. I still make some errors. Bill, would you and your wife please stand today? There's so many people in this room, especially, really contributed so much to this project. The people that own the land, Mr. Fay up is back here. He's going to put a plaque. His father owned this land. Would you raise your hand?
Okay, the veterans have proceeded outside and they're going to raise the flag. I have 4 students with us today who are going to lead us in the pledge. If they would come up as I call their names, and we're going to go outside. You're welcome to come outside and join us to pledge, or you can stay in here and turn around and watch us as we pledge and do it from in here. I have former Troy Trojans, Dalton DeJarnette and Matilda Arnold. They would come up. They just stand right there. Okay, come on up. And I have former Allen Bridge Tigers, Lena Freimeyer and Cassie Cook. These 4 students who are now leading Creek Golden Eagles will join Mr. Gum and the other veterans outside. We'll raise the flag and say the pledge. Feel free to join us, as I said. After that, we'll do the ribbon cutting, and then everybody's welcome to tour the school, and please come back in here afterwards for refreshments. And thank you again for coming. I really appreciate all the support that you're showing us today.
Good. How are you?
Okay, we have our ribbons and our scissors. We're gonna do that up here in the doorway.
Well, I think she did all right. Oh, there's Channel 5.
Oh, you're just this much too?
Good job, Dalton.
Did you get many Were they putting up in the front?
Yeah, they were right there in front of the door, and they didn't open it. Everybody was holding their fingers up over top.
We had a flag ceremony.
Very elegant looking, she always is.
We did it. You did good. We did good.
Again?
Again.
Is it a wide angle lens? What's the f-stop? Are they all in there? I had a band at 230 once, and you had to take 5 pictures to get them all in one day, and we won an extra trophy.
This is Lena.
First grade.
Oh, is she gonna be in first grade? If she'll be in first grade, she'll either be in here or
I think her mom said she's going down here.
in, yeah.
That's first grade? Kindergarten, or pre-K, pre-K. Kindergarten's on that side. It's beautiful. Just preschool. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you. How are you? We own this, and Dad always said that the nursing home or a hospital or at school, so he was farsighted. Yeah, Thank you, thank you. Well, you all too, you all. Thank you. Yeah, I saw you across the room.
It's lighter than the.
I love the gym. Oh my goodness, it's great.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, we're just totally blessed. Totally blessed.
Well, the guy.
Did somebody said, you're patiently waiting to.